The Last Light of Cedar Hollow. Cedar Hollow, Wyoming Territory, 1894. The wind carried a bitter chill that sliced through the high pines and rattled the windows of the old Miller cabin like a restless spirit. Outside, snow pressed heavy against the porch, burying the tracks of the lone horse that had ridden in just before dusk. Inside, Anna Miller sat by the hearth, hands wrapped around a chipped tin mug of lukewarm coffee, eyes fixed on the dancing flames. Her world was a quiet one now, pared down to survival and stubborn hope. Her husband had gone a year ago, chasing the promise of work in the rail yards of Cheyenne. He never came back. The children slept upstairs, two soft breaths rising and falling in rhythm with the storm outside. Anna's fingers brushed the worn, leather-bound journal resting on the table. It was the last gift from her husband, a collection of poems and sketches he'd kept hidden away. A knock at the door shattered the fragile silence. Anna's heart thudded, steady but cautious. No one came to Cedar Hollow uninvited, especially at this hour. She opened the door to find a man standing in the snow, shoulders hunched against the cold, coat dusted white with frost. His eyes, deep and steady, met hers with a quiet kind of urgency. "Evening, ma'am," he said, voice rough but not unkind. "Name's Samuel Hayes. I'm looking for a place to lay low for a spell." Anna hesitated. Trust was scarce out here, earned in blood and silence. But something in the way he stood, the weariness in his eyes, spoke of a man who'd carried more than just the cold. "You ain't from around here," she said, stepping aside. "No, ma'am. Just a long way from home, like you." He moved inside, shaking snow from his boots. The fire crackled louder, filling the space between two strangers. Over the coming days, Samuel helped where he could, mending the fence, chopping wood, fixing the creaking wagon wheel. Anna watched as the tight lines around his mouth softened, the burden in his eyes lifting just a fraction. But the peace was fragile. Word traveled fast through the hollow. A man like Samuel, with a past shadowed by whispers and suspicion, unsettled the town's uneasy calm. Some called him Outlaw. Others said he'd been soldier, maybe something darker. No one knew for sure. One evening, as the sun dipped low behind the mountains, Anna found Samuel sitting by the river, skipping stones with a practiced flick of his wrist. "Why stay here?" she asked quietly. He didn't answer right away. When he did, his voice was low and certain. "Because sometimes a man needs a place where the ghosts don't find him so easy." Anna looked at him then. Really looked. The scars beneath his coat, the haunted weight he carried, mirrored her own quiet battles. The storm came soon after, more than just the snow that buried the land. Men from the nearby town rode in, guns strapped and faces hard, ready to take what they claimed was owed. But Anna stood firm, rifle steady in her hands. Beside her, Samuel was no stranger to fighting shadows, and together they met the rising tide. When the dust settled, the town breathed a fragile new life, and in the heart of Cedar Hollow, two souls, scarred, steady, and fiercely alive, found in each other a reason to keep the last light burning